Hey, welcome to COSC1436. This is Introduction to Programming Fundamentals 1. And in this course, we'll be using C++. We will be learning how to code in C++. My name is Jeanette Serrano-Correa, and this is the start of my 28th year teaching computer science. It's been a long time. I started young. Before programming, I was a software engineer. I programmed using C on a Unix system for a company called Tandy Corporation. If you may have heard of long time of stores like Radio Shack, Universal. I can't even remember the names of the stores. Computer City. So I programmed for their point of sale system. So I would program basically when you go into a store and you purchase something, that system, the register, that where you scan and inventory and everything in between, process, payments, that is what I did. So this video is just to go over a little bit of, just to give you an overview of how the class works, and just go over the main points of the syllabus and Canvas. So right now I have Canvas open and I have it in student view. So when you enter Canvas, this is the first page you see. If you quickly need to know my email, my office hours, if you need technical help, like with Canvas, if something's not working with Canvas or something's not working with your email, then this is where you would email, or you can call. They're available 24/7. Super helpful. So make sure that you use that if you have any issues or problems. And as far as office hours, because you're online, you can Zoom during these office hours, so Tuesday 4 to 5. I'm going to add a link to a Zoom that I'll just have open and available. Also, Mondays and Wednesdays, these are my office hours on Zoom. But I know that a lot of you, this is not convenient for you because maybe you work at night, or you get off and don't get home till 6 and start till 8 on your assignments, or maybe the weekends are the best times for you to work. So if you need to set up a time that's different from this, I'm very open to doing that and finding something that works for both of us so that we can meet online if you need to. So the next thing you'll see is the syllabus. And in student view, I can't click on this. I already have it open, but when you click on it, it's going to open this document here. And you can go here to syllabus and you'll be able to download. You won't be able to edit. I just edited my features as an instructor, but you'll be able to print and download the syllabus if you'd like to. And what I suggest is that you print at least this section here. Let me just show you. Let me move my picture here to the left. So here, you can go directly on the right-hand side, directly to the course calendar. And if you want, you can at least print the course calendar and have that with you at all times. So that's important. But let's get back to the top. So at the top, you have the course description. And this is the same thing that was in the main page. So my contact information. As far as supplies, the book comes with this class. So when you when you pay for the class, you pay for the book. So you're not going to have to pay anything extra for the book. And I'll show you how to get to the book in just a second. You can work on Canvas if you'd like on one of our campus computers. I don't know exactly which lab is open. It's going to be open, but I will let you know as soon as I know. Um, I'm also going to have, if you're on campus, I'm teaching at Frisco and Plano campus. If you are on at the Plano campus on Thursdays, I'm going to have an open lab, and that open lab is going to be from 8:45 to 10:45. This is the lab that I'm going to be in, and it's just going to be an open lab for anybody that wants to come in and work on C++ or Java or anything like that. Okay. Let's see. Technology requirements. So I'm going to use Zoom for office hours, so you'll need to have that. You'll have two proctored, you'll have three exams. Two will be proctored using HonorLog, and HonorLog is, if you haven't used it before, it's basically an application that goes through and will record you as you're taking your exam. It makes sure that you don't move from one tab to the other as you're taking an exam, that you don't have any books or some other device with you, because the exams are closed book, closed notes, and so it's really to test to see your knowledge and what you have learned. So there's not going to be anything allowed for the exams. HonorLog requires that your computer have a microphone and a webcam. So make sure that you have that. Otherwise, you will not be able to use HonorLog and you'll have to come into campus to take the exam. So you're online, so there is no attendance policy. Just make sure that you log in often so you can keep up with the course. Grading, the grading of the assignments, discussions, and exams are done by me manually, and I typically get those done in 3 to 5 days from the due date. So after it's due, most everything is due on Friday at 10 p.m. There are a few things that are due on different days, and I make sure to note that really well so that you're aware. But if you turn something in, let's say by Friday, then I'll either have it back, so it'd be 3 to 5 work days. So I don't typically grade on the weekends. I'm not working on the weekends, so those are my 2 days off. So I will work on it during the week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll be grading, and I'll get them back by that time. So no work for Miss Serrano-Correa on Saturday and Sunday. Quizzes in Canvas are automatically graded. So after you submit your quiz, you're going to be able to see your grade. And the way it works is once everybody takes the quiz, then you'll be able to see the question and all the answers and what you got wrong. So you're not going to be able to see that right away. You'll have to wait till everybody takes it, and the quizzes close on the due date. So if the quiz is due by Friday 10 p.m., then typically by 10:30 you'll be able to see. I usually give like I'll set it to open at 10:30 so you can see those responses. Emails, I do get those returned within 24 hours, Monday through Friday. So not on weekends again. And if you do not get a response from me in 24 hours, then please email me back. Sometimes for some reason, emails go to my spam. It doesn't happen often, but it has happened. And I don't know, I don't get the email. So please email me back if I don't reply within 24 hours. I will reply with something. When you email me, please make sure you have your course number, course section, your full name, and your student ID number in the email, because I do teach 3 sections of this class, COSC 1436. I really need your section number. Very important. You put your section number so I don't have to reply asking you for that. AI assisted tutoring policy. So this is something new that we're putting into our syllabi. Artificial intelligence is something that is here and now, and we want to make sure that our students come out actually knowing how to program, and that they did not use AI technology for their work. So you're encouraged to use it to help you in the learning process. For example, to understand concepts, to clarify any kind of doubt, to have it generate practice problems for you. But you may not use AI technology to actually write your code, do your lab assignment, do your quizzes, or your exams. That is prohibited. So by the end of this class, we hope that you actually know how to program in this language. And if you are wanting to go get a job, you're not going to be able to do that if you are allowing somebody else or something else do the assignments for you. As far as collaboration, we have some collaborative discussions and group learning that is encouraged, but we don't want students to actually do somebody else's work or copy somebody else's work. So let's say that, I have a really good friend, Edward, and Edward and I are taking the same class and we have the same assignment. I'm going to create my own program. Edward will create his own program. Let's say that Edward has a syntax error, has some kind of error, and he can't fix it. Then I can help him fix his error, find it and explain to him what the error is. But we just cannot have programs with the same solution. So whenever you start writing programs where you get to actually write the entire solution by yourself, there will be different ways that people will implement the solutions. And I need to see that it's your solution, just like when you write a paper, it's in your writing style, then this will be in your writing style also. A lot of times, some of these problems that I give are online, and I see the same exact solution for multiple students. That is, again, that is not allowed in cheating. And I have a whole document that deals with academic dishonesty that I'll show you in just a minute, because there are lots of ways that you can get yourself in trouble. And if we do find that you have copied something, or somebody's helped you with giving you the answer, then the first time you will get a 0 on your assignment, the second time it's submitted to the dean. This is the grading system. For this class, I have points. 900 to 1,000 points is an A. And so this is a little bit easier to figure out where you stand as you're accumulating the points. This is where the points are coming from. Your book has chapter readings, and as you are reading, and you're required to read the chapters, you have to answer questions as you read. So there's little mini quizzes that test your comprehension. So as you read a section and there's a little quiz, you answer that question and it gives you a point. You can answer the question multiple times until you get it right. So you will most likely get all the points for your chapter readings. You are required to do your chapter readings by a certain date. So they do have to be submitted by the date on the schedule. Otherwise, it's going to be 1 point off per day late. And these readings are very small amount of points. It could be 13 points. The max is 44 points for one chapter. So 1 point makes a big deal if it's only worth 10 points or 13 points. There's going to be 3 discussions. The first one is just to introduce yourself, and then there's 2 other discussions. Whenever you complete a discussion, not only do you submit an answer, but you also reply to another student. There's going to be 8 lab assignments. This is where you get to program using C++. There's 8 chapter Canvas quizzes. The Canvas quizzes are taken after you do the readings, after you do any discussions, if you have any, after you're finished with lab assignments, then you do the Canvas quiz. The Canvas quiz is, again, to test to see if you know the material. The quizzes are timed, and if the quizzes are timed, they are multiple choice. I can't remember if they have true, false, or not. We don't use owner lock for quizzes. And they close on the due date. So if you miss the quiz, if you miss that due date, it is closed. It's not 1 point off per late. All these other assignments are 1 point off per day late. So readings, discussions, lab assignments, you can submit those late. And you just get 1 point off per day. But these quizzes and exams, they cannot be missed. And I talked about exams already. There's 3 exams. The last exam is a final exam, and it's comprehensive over everything. So this here, you want to go back and read it again. It talks about exactly what I just went over, what each section entails, how much each section is worth, and then how many points are deducted, or if you can submit it late or not. This is the course calendar. These are the important dates, the dates that we have holidays, and the census date. If this is the first time that you are at the college level, census date is a date that we use to report your attendance. And it is an important date for those of you that are in financial aid. So if you're in financial aid and you do not attend before or on September 5th, then you will be dropped from the class and your financial aid will be taken away. So make sure that if you're in financial aid that you attend the class, and you show that you attend by completing either the discussion introduction or the syllabus quiz. This is the final exam schedule. If you're taking on-campus classes, you can look at that. That has the exam schedule for all classes, Monday through Saturday. So this is the course schedule, week by week. These are the things that you need to work on. These are the things that are due. So the things that we work on are found under modules. So if we click on modules, I'll go over this in a minute, but starting here, Introduction to C++, Chapter 1, this is where you find this that is due. So Chapter 1 reading is actually in the course material in the book, discussion activity 1 in the syllabus, and Chapter 1 quiz are here. There's a syllabus quiz. These are the slides that I'll use when I do my lecture for the chapters, and I'll be doing a video for each chapter. So these are the slides that you'll see that I'll use. You can print these out if you want and take notes. To read your chapter, you're going to go to course materials. We'll go over that in a minute. Here's discussion 1 activity, lab 1. For lab 1, you need to download this zip file. I'll go over that again later when we go over chapter 1. Here's chapter 1 quiz. I only have chapter 1 open, and then I'll open the next chapter 2, chapter 3. Weekly, I'll open each chapter. And I'll go over this in just a second. Let me go back to the syllabus. So this is your course schedule. Then here at the bottom, if you will read this on your own, these are the student learning outcomes for this course. Our institutional policies, the Americans with Disabilities, I can say that, Act. If you do have a disability and you need accommodations, make sure that you see our access office. And here is the email for the access office. You can make an appointment and they can work with you to get a letter to your instructors to make sure that we are able to accommodate you. So accommodations could be things like extended time or giving you notes, things of that nature. Here is Collin College's policy on scholastic dishonesty, academic etiquette, institutional deadlines, religious holidays, additional support. So in this area, you can find additional support for mental health resources. If you're sick or you need assistance in that area, financial aid and veteran benefits, etc. You can find that all here. And then here is just more information about what's required for technology, which I went over earlier. It's just important that you have a webcam and you have a microphone for honor lock. As far as an operating system, you can either use Mac or Windows operating system because I'll be using, as far as the compiler that I'll be using, it's ran on a web browser, so you don't have to install an application. But if you have Visual Studio or you have Eclipse, then you can use those to code, but really just a simple compiler on the web browser will work just fine for what we're doing. So going back here under modules, this is where you'll spend most of the time when you're in the Canvas course. In the Getting Started section, we have this video that you're watching now. The lab assignment document format is something that I will ask you to follow for each lab assignment. So when I go over chapter 1, I'll show you what this document has in it. But it's basically the format of how you will submit all your lab assignments. These are some examples of scholastic dishonesty. So here's some examples when a student turns in the work of another student and represents that work as his or her own work. So that means you've copied somebody else's work, they both look the same. Then, and that's really easy to look at because as I read your programs, I'm expecting different ways that people are solving the problem. Just like when your English instructor reads the same paper twice, it's the same for the programs. When a student knowingly permits another to turn in his or her work, copies code from the work of another student, deliberately transform borrowed sections of code in order to disguise their origin, when several students collaborate on a project. So the lab assignments are not group projects, they're not collaborative. This is something that you do on your own. You have to learn the syntax, you have to learn how to write these programs. If you have a syntax or some kind of error, you can ask a friend, but it's not something that you work as a group and then everybody turns in the same solution. If you use another source to get the solution, that's not allowed. If you use the internet or some other service to post assignments and seek solutions, if you, when internet resources are used verbatim, so you copy and paste it into your student work, regardless whether they're acknowledged or not, that will be, that is also cheating. So there's some example scenarios here that you can take a look at. And I'll go over these. I'll go over one right now, and then I'll go over another one at the next, in our next video. So, hey, I couldn't figure out this homework. Can I take a look at yours? Sure, here you go. Just uncopy it. Student 1 turns in a solution that is nearly identical to student 2 with a few variable name changes. So this happens. So somebody asks you to show them, you show them their lab, and then they copy the lab. Both of you have engaged in scholastic dishonesty. So student 1, the one that can't figure out and copy, has violated the examples up the top 1, 3, and 4. And student 2 has is example 2, which is knowingly permits another to turn in his or her own work. Even though student 2 asked student 1 not to copy, providing the homework, so giving somebody the assignment, is still a violation. Okay. Going back to modules. So anytime you want to go back to modules, I just click on modules, and then I'll take you straight back here. Don't click on at the top where it says files, because it's going to take you just straight to all the files and not here to this module. Calling college resources. So again, if you're new to, actually, I should take that out. This is the newest page to the student resources. It's down here, this link, and it has all the resources on campus. Here's the access office, really important. If you have a disability, if you've had some kind of accommodations in the past, take advantage of the services that they have, and you'll be able to also get these accommodations throughout your entire college career, whether you're Collin or some other university. Here's timely care. Virtual care from anywhere. Timely care offers 24/7 access to virtual care, self-care, and well-being tools. Counseling services, academic advising, the career center. Okay, so that's under the student resources link. This is new to all your Canvas sites. So I'm going to take this out. And then institutional policies that you can read. Here's the course software. So this is what I'm going to be using when I do all my videos, cpp.shell, which is an online C++ editor. And if you want to use something else, here's Eclipse. And Eclipse will also, it says for Windows, yeah, here we go, Windows, Mac, and Linux operating system. I've used Eclipse before and actually have Eclipse installed on my machine. And so that's definitely an option. And I've used it for Java, so you may have used it for Java also. And then Xcode, I've used that one too. And it's, if you want to try these out, I am not going to help you install them, and I'm not going to help you to to figure out what's wrong if you're having problems installing it. There are all kinds of great videos, which is what I do. I go to YouTube and I say how to, write my first program in Xcode 14. And there's a video that somebody posted and it tells me how to write my first program. Hello world, how to install Eclipse and write my first Java program, boom, boom, boom. So just do that, go to YouTube and get a video to tell you how to use these. I will tell you how to use this one in all my videos. Your grades are going to be posted under the gradebook, and this is how you'll see your grades. And everything does have, the thing that I'm not seeing, and I probably have to add it, is the, to your course, I haven't added it, is the course calendar. There's a course calendar that I need to add to here. But there's the due dates assigned to everything, so you'll know when the assignments are due. And if you go to home, oh, here it is, view course calendar. Okay. Oops. So here on the right on the to-do section, it'll tell you what's coming up. And then you can click on view course calendar, and it has everything that's due for that day. And as the days pass, I'll cross it out. So it'll cross out whatever is past due. Okay, so that's good. I don't remember how to get, I'm just going to click the back button. Okay. I also need to add the Zoom link here, so I'll add a Zoom link here. You'll be able to access Zoom through Canvas. I'm going to add that on here. Okay, so this is the end of this video, which is your orientation. From here, what you should do is read your syllabus and take your syllabus quiz and complete your discussion board 1, which is an introduction where you introduce yourself to the class. There's just a few questions to answer. If you'd like to upload a picture, like right here with my account, I don't have a picture and I'll upload my picture. If you'll do that, I don't even know if I do it. I think I do that. I think you do that up here. That would be wonderful because when we do discussions, then people can see what you look like. So yeah, figure out how to add your profile picture. And the best way to get a hold of me is through email. This is my put my office phone up here. I will put my office phone here. It's not here. I'll add it on there, and you can call me during these hours that I'm in my office. Actually, I'm not in my office near these hours. So just email me. I'm just teaching a lot on campus. I'm just not a lot in my office. I try to be just in the lab. And then I'm on Frisco on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I don't have an office in Frisco. My office is in Plano, K226. Okay. Please make sure you email me if you have any questions. Okay. Thank you.